Hey, what is up, dudes and dudettes? Friendly neighbor JaxBlade here. Quick thing for the video. I got this really heartfelt email that I wanted to respond to as soon as possible. I just got it today. And today I filmed it on my new camera, and my new camera has like a better microphone and stuff like that. But one of the settings on the microphone made some areas sound louder than usual. So in my video coming up, there's going to be some areas that sound a bit louder than usual. It sounds pretty fine. Like you can fix it like pretty easily with the volume thing. But I just wanted to say that really quickly. And the reason I didn't refilm some of those areas was because like I got very passionate in this video talking about very important things that I just couldn't replicate in an inorganic way because I was reading it fresh on camera for the first time, and I just wanted to, you know, go over this stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. Happy to be back. Hope you enjoy it. Got a ton of other videos coming, but yeah, enjoy this.
Yo, dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighbor JaxBlade is back. Sorry, it's been a while. I've been grinding on videos, like writing scripts and sending them over to various editors, so you'll be looking forward to a couple of those. Also got this puppy in the mail, so looking forward to filming that. And yeah, I've had this DigiWatch 2, which is like a Digimon training app or something like that. I'll do an entire video on that around like the weekend or tomorrow or something like that, just to do a quick thing on it. But yeah, I wanted to do this very quick video because like while I've been grinding on all this other stuff, I got this heartfelt email and I just felt like I want to share it with y'all. Hey Jax, this is a long question, so if you read it, thank you. And just wanted to say, first and foremost, I've been a big fan of yours and lost 100 pounds thanks to your videos, and I finally got the abs of my dreams, and everyone on my social media had been giving me props and calling me an inspiration, and I never felt happier. Well, I'm happy for that, but it says, or so I thought. Recently, I went on vacation with my girlfriend and a few of our friends when I left, I was decently lean and had good muscle development for the beach, you know? But while I was there, I ate a bunch of delicious food and partied and had such a great time that I neglected my diet. The last day we went to the beach again, and my body was clearly not what it was on day one, but I was having so much fun, I didn't think about it, and my friend snapped a picture of us all. The picture was posted on my FB, and I didn't think much at first, but I saw quite a few comments saying, "Damn, already lost his gains," or "Getting fat again, bro, LOL. Here are the pictures. Please don't share. Alright, so these are the pictures he sent me to give y'all a visual, pretty much. Think of Jason Momoa on that his vacation picture compared to when he was Aquaman, or Michael B. Jordan on vacation compared to when he was Creed. Just something like along that line. It's like doesn't even look that bad, but I'll keep reading what he says. But I don't think I look that bad. You really don't, my guy. My muscles are still there, and just my ab outlines are faint. And I know some of these are meant to be jokes, but because I was chubby for so long, I mentally took it personally and tried to get back in the gym. But I noticed the results were coming slower than last time because of that, plus my previous background. I began stress eating more often, and I gained a bit more chub. I don't want to lose any of my gains, but I feel bad that I worked so hard and lost it. Can you give me any advice on how to stop stress eating or taking comments like this to heart? You've helped me so much over the years, and I love any help. Your fan, Kevin. Alright, Kevin, let's unload this. First off, I want to give a quick little pro tip if you ever want to just maintain your abs longer. Do what I mentioned in this video, where I talk about building up your abs with core training or by doing weighted ab movements, because you can have a higher body fat percentage and your abs will still poke out, and then you'll still look really good if that's what you are super interested in for yourself. But let's get on to the issue. Okay, so first things first. Stress eating, a lot of people suffer from. I actually still suffer from it occasionally, time to time, okay? It just happens every now and then when I'm in a situation and, you know, being the former fat kid, like I always mentioned before on this channel, and being bullied and stuff like that, for that, food was always my comfort. So I would always get into this mindset of I have to just eat the pain away. Like, it makes me feel better. Like, sometimes I'm just so stressed out at night from like work, various stuff, and I just go feed. And have this one day of feeding. I just look at this little graph here, which is just pretty much like how I always talk about this sort of thing, where it's like not that one bad day that hurts you, it's a consistency of bad days over time. Like, you can have a shit ton of bad days, but as long as you pick back up, you can get back on it. So like with me, with stress eating, what usually happens is it comes from like just anxiety, like I've talked about before. Like, go watch my mental health videos. I've talked in depth about like all the stuff I've gone through like a lot mentally, which is why I'm very proactive about talking about mental health on this channel, in addition to making you feel healthier and stronger. But it just happens at times where I'm just so stressed out, or I feel like anxiety ridden, or I feel like I'm just not good enough for something, and I just let it overtake me for a bit, and then I just eat my feelings away, because, you know, food is addicting. Food can be a drug and stuff like that, and it just affects you at the worst state of mind. But it's on you to just realize, to just go, hey, this one time, I'm okay. So what I recommend doing in those situations, if you're stress eating, what I like to do is have a very high protein meal, and then also some stuff like carbonated water with it, stuff like that. So something that's really going to satiate my hunger fast. But again, like if it's a day where I'm just like, I need like 700 calories of cake, I just need this or that. Like every now and then it will be one of those times where I just go, I need this at the moment, and then like I'll just rectify it throughout the week later on. But let's talk more about like the mental health side of what you're going through. First thing I want to bring up with this is there are usually two categories of people who will like respond to this sort of thing, where it can get like a bit hectic at times. Because like you have the people on one side who are just super extreme, like, no, you should never cheat, every day you should win, and if you ever take a day off, then you're a fucking loser and you're a stupid bitch, and I can't believe you failed yourself. What the fuck is wrong with you? You are a failure if you take this day off. All right, you lost at life, blah blah blah. You know, like people just up in Adam's extreme, like trying to be like, I'm on some super pedestal or some shit like that. And then you have the people who are on the left side where it's like, no, it's okay, eat whatever you want, it's completely fine, you are good, you are blessed in being yourself, you are just completely good. And they're too coddling in a sense, where I don't like either side like that much, like going that hard on something. I like being in the middle. Like for example, whenever I tell people like, hey, it's okay if you have this little break or something like that, or do something like that, I'm not exonerating you to be lazy. Some people will take that as like exoneration. Like if I say like, hey, you're okay, you can get back into it, some people will take that as, okay, I'm fine, I don't need to do anything about myself, I'm fine, I don't need change at all. That is not what I'm saying at all. If you want to change, then that is on you and yourself to get back into it, and I am not exonerating you at all. I'm telling you that if you have a break, it is not going to be the end all be all. You can still fix yourself if that's what you really want for yourself. Do not misunderstand anything I say in that regard. So when I'm saying like, hey, if you feel like you need to take that like one day to feast or just eat something like that, then yeah, that'll probably give you a nice mental like, you know, relaxation, and then you can go. But if it's a consistent thing over and over, that's on you to help yourself realize, no, I can't do this every single day because it's destroying my body to keep doing this. And so I'm giving you all their methods so that you can fix it for yourself. But there are so many people out there who will do this thing where they'll like make you feel like a complete like, you know, leper if you effed up one time, and then there'll be people who say like, no, you're completely fine, be lazy like us and you're completely fine, that's the most mentally healthy thing to do. And I just think there should be like this balanced ground of me just saying, hey, you got this, you can get after it, because those categories just do so much damage to people. I've seen it happen firsthand to so many people. There are sometimes I see people who like come off like they're a bit brainwashed, you know, where it's like, okay, no, all right, y'all are freaking weak. I don't care what anyone says, y'all are weak and you're fucking pussies, and that's why I'm an alpha sigma dog motherfucker, and that's why you, and it's just like, okay, bro, you don't have to try so hard, all right? All right, you don't have to try so hard, like, because again, like I mentioned in my One Piece Would That Work Out video, it just comes off like you're trying to overcompensate for an insecurity, even if you're saying like, oh, I'm not insecure at all. Because again, like David Goggins and Mike Tyson have talked about this before, like one of the reasons they used to act like that or did act like that, or the people they've interacted with, was because it comes from a place of insecurity, because they don't actually believe it themselves. So there's certain things like that you pick up just from years and years in doing this. And so it's just like, okay, well, other people may be either intimidated or enthralled by it. Some people who've already seen that and been through that life are just like, okay, I can see what this is, I can see right through it, my scouters picking up this, you know, what's going on. Another thing I want to bring up, you were in that moment enjoying the moment. You weren't thinking about that, you were just having fun with your friends. You were enjoying life in that moment, you see. And so like all this time you were just having fun in the moment. You weren't thinking about the outside world, you weren't thinking about that. And then you come home and you're just like, oh, past this enjoyment, and then you go on social media, and social media will make you believe that, oh wow, I can't believe you lost all your stuff, when you're not even that bad. And honestly, at times I feel bad for like people, especially younger individuals who like are still going through like mental development, who go through this social media platform and just see all this stuff, because it's affecting you at a very subconscious level. level that you're not even recognizing. So for example, like back in my day, like a kid of the 90s, you know, good times and stuff like that, it would just be very different. Like, it would just be like, oh, I see an influencer on TV. There's no way for me to interact with them. Oh, I see they're on magazine covers. I see they're on, you know, like these sites and stuff like that, but there's no way for me to interact with them. But nowadays, it's sort of like social media has become this thing where we can just interact with each other all the time, and it can be very good, but it can also be very damaging. I have friends who are fitness models who have gone through stuff where I'm just like, why are you over stressing about this? And then like I literally look at it logically from the outside in. Like for instance, I have a fitness model friend, right, who was in a very similar situation as Kevin here. He went on vacation, had fun, and he noticed that he had put on some chub, and he didn't want to upload any pictures of himself currently because like he's a fitness model, he has to have this entire thing, and if he does it, then people will call him out on it. If he's like, oh, you're like 15-16% body fat, wow, you're getting fat, you're losing your gains. It's just like, do you realize that is a healthy body fat percentage to be at? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I had a friend call me up one time where he was like so stressed out because he woke up one morning after a night of drinking and saw that his like abs were a bit flabby, and he was just like, oh, I can't do this, I've got to freaking do this. He's like, Joe, I don't know what to do because like I'm not as shape as I can. I need to put these photos up to sell this product, and all of a sudden I'm just like, bro, you look fine, all right? It's the people who are just super anal about that shit where it's just fucking ridiculous. I mean, like, literally, if you see someone like this, right? And your first mindset is like, oh my god, they're so out of shape. Like, no, you have an issue. Like, there's something wrong with you as a person because, like, think of it logically. Oh my god, these random strangers online aren't gonna like me if I'm not as ripped as I need to be. And it's just like, you're still freaking super in shape, but just because you're not as lined out, it's absolutely insane to think about. And the same thing with, like, the whole thing with friends. It's just like, oh, I had fun with my friends, and if I am not as ripped, then my friends won't love me anymore. It's like, well, you don't need those fucking friends in your life. I'm just gonna be real. You really don't need people. If you have someone that anal about your appearance, like, oh, you're not 6% body fat today, get the fuck away from me. And then it's just like, listen to that. Listen to that. There are people genuinely like that too. I've had so many talks with various friends who are fitness models who are like this, and I'm just like, bruh, what the fuck? And I'm not saying all, because, like, again, I have friends who are really chill, cool people. I'm just talking about there are certain ones, because, like, there are certain times where you see them where they want to appear like, say, Superman and All Might appear to the people of their universes, right? Where it's just like, I'm perfect, I'm flawless, I do this every single day, there's nothing wrong about me at all. But the thing about social media is it's just a highlight feature. Like, for me, I think of myself more like a Spider-Man type hero with y'all, because it's just like, hey, I try my best, I hope you enjoy it, and we have fun here. We have fun here. That's why the puns and all that stuff like that. But I am far from perfect. I'll make that perfectly clear. I am far from the perfect individual, and I always make that clear because it's just, you know, good to see. But then, like, sometimes, I remember, like, when I was going through my injury, I was going through a bit of this imposter syndrome because, like, again, like, for people who know me, I do like a lot of like MMA and boxing stuff. Well, I need to get back into it because, like, COVID last year like shut that shit down for a bit. And so I always think to myself, like, oh, maybe I should have, like, done more bodybuilding to get, like, a better physique, because then I could, like, promote myself better. But it's just like, oh, that would hindrance me for what I'm trying to accomplish for my own goals. And then I remember when I was going through that injury, I just had this, like, huge imposter syndrome. Like, why am I even uploading? I don't even look that great. Like, why am I doing all this stuff? And then, like, I would have sometimes people, like, say, yeah, like, why are you doing this? I'm gonna watch someone else because instead of you, fuck you. And I'm just like, okay, and it'll get me down. And then my friend, like, had to come up to me, and then, like, I was reading all these, like, emails of kind stuff of how I've helped people and how they were inspired and been better and stuff like that. And so it really kept me going. And then my friend gave me this quote from 300 and stuff like that. It's just like, look, would you want like 10,000 fakes or 300 like real people? And it's just like, oh, 300 real people. And, like, you know, that's how you go and you build up from that. So if you genuinely like me, thank you so much. If you appreciate me, thank you so much. And again, like, I'm working to be better day after day. I'm not perfect, but there is this line where some people will just try to present that absolute perfection and nothing they can do is wrong, when a lot of stuff behind the scenes people just don't know. Like, honestly, at times social media can somewhat be a bit of a poison during the formative years, especially when you think about it like this. Like, imagine again, like I said in the 90s, like it was just like different. You just see this stuff. But now it's like, oh, if I talk, sometimes the TV will talk back to me because of how social media is. But also, it just makes you second guess yourself because like you're always comparing like yourself. So for example, you could see someone who is like super yoked, right? Or like just super famous, super talented, whatever. And then you go to their like Instagram or whatever post they have, and then like you see all the likes they're getting, and you see all their you know, people cheering them on, excited for that, and then you may internally think like, oh, I want that for myself. All right, I really want that for myself. It could be anyone, just like, you know, it could be someone in high school, it could be someone like who you know, like people, you know, it could be in your peer group, it could be people outside your peer group, you know. You see that and you're like, a part of you just goes, huh, I see them getting all this love and recognition. I want that. So you start doing stuff yourself. And so when you start doing stuff yourself, you may see like, oh, it becomes a comparison game, and comparison is like the thief of all joy and shit, because like you're constantly like seeing them get more and more stuff, and then you're like, why is my stuff not hitting that? Am I not good enough? Like, why don't people like me? And so like it mentally gets in your head, and you start thinking your own worth is not as great as this other person's worth, and you start losing validation in yourself, especially if you don't have genuine connections with people who care about that sort of thing. And like that's why I am so adamant about y'all forming genuine connections in your lifetime with people who genuinely care about you. Like I always have this saying, like if they didn't care about you when you were a Magikarp, don't give them the time of day when you're a Gyarados. I'll do a full video on that later on. But like, if you have someone who loves you genuinely through and through, and they're not coddling you, and they'll call you out on your BS, and they're always there for you, that's great. That's so much better than just having someone who's either a yes man or a flip-flop. Because like, you got to think of it like this. There are 6 levels of success on social media stuff. There are 6 levels of success. So at the very top, there are people who follow you who are just rabid fans. They love you for everything you do, no matter what. You can never do any wrong to them. Like you could do even something really foul, and they will stand up for you in disgusting ways at times. And then after that, you have people who are you know, they generally like you, they generally care about you, they'll support you no matter what. But if you were to do something a bit, you know, sketchy, they'd be like, okay, that's a bit sketchy, but I'm willing to listen to this. I'm willing to listen what's going on with this. And so you have them, and then you have the people who are about you know, they only like you for a certain thing you do. So for example, oh, I only like so and so because of this and this. I don't really care about anything else. I like them for this and this specific thing. All right, I don't care. So for me, it would be like, oh, I only watch JaxBlade for Tough Like Tunes. I don't give a fuck about any but the other videos, but like all those Tough Like Tunes, stuff like that. You know, and that's fine. Like people have that for different channels. All right, it's completely valid, you know, for a time period. But then you have people who are flip flops, who are people who will love you one day, love everything about you, everything you do, then you say something they don't agree with, and then they will flip their shit on you. They'll switch, and they'll be like, oh, fuck you, I hate this guy, I've always hated this guy, I hope he dies, I hope this happens to him, blah, blah, blah. You know, stuff like that. There are people who will flip on you in a second, just because you are this way online. You know, you said something they just don't agree with, even if it was like something reasonable, they just don't agree with it. And then you have people who are fake, who are just like, you know, they want to appear like they're here for you. They want to appear like, oh, we're here for you, we love you, we care for you, but they're just being fake, and they want to see you fail. They just want to see you fail. They don't actually care about you at all. And then you have people at the very bottom who just don't like you. There are people who just don't like you, who will follow you and just like constantly shit on you just because like that gives them purpose in life, and that shows like how sad their life is. But the reason I'm bringing all of this up is because it's just so important that like during these formative years, like I think like social media is a bit like, you should try to get out more. I just feel that you should be doing more stuff like giving your life purpose, finding stuff that makes you feel good, like find a hobby you enjoy, find this. Not everything has to be shared online. And this is coming from a guy who's like a social media person. Like I'm saying, like if you took some breaks from social media, I feel like your mental health would be a lot happier and healthier as well overall. All right, I just feel like you would be a lot happier and healthier overall, because you're like, I don't have to go and compare. I'm just having a good time living in the moment. Because remember, life is short. Life is only like, you know, if you're lucky, you have 100 years, and then like how long after those 100 years is like on you. But you know, some people go 80, some people go 70, some people don't even live to see 20, which is sad. But again, life is short, so you want to make sure those memories happen over and over again, and it's just like, do you want to be remembered, or do you just want to, like, you know, vibe until you're no space dust? It doesn't matter. What matters is what you think and what you're doing, because if you're constantly online and you're just like seeing people and you're feeling like crap, it's just going to affect you mentally to a point where you act outside the line. Like, think of it, matter of fact, think of it like having a crush. Like, most of us people who've had crushes, you know, like boys, girls, non-binary pals, you know, stuff like that, or people who aren't asexual. I've talked to a few asexual friends, but I don't know if they get crushes in the same way, but like they said like most of the time they don't, but this is where I'm going with this. So, you know, when you first get a crush on someone and you start to act out of line or something like that, like you start to act illogical, you start to act more based on emotions, like you can't think logically in the situation because you're just so emotionally invested in it. And then if it doesn't go your way, it can, you know, just make you feel devastated for the day. Like, for example, let's say you have a crush and you're trying to post a picture to impress them, right, or something like that, or you post a picture to like make them see it and just like, oh wow, they look good today, or something like that, and it shows that they're here but they're not paying you any mind. But then you see that they go and comment on someone else's photo and they give them the hard eyes and love and all that stuff, and then it's just like, wow, like they like them over me. I can't believe what's wrong with me. And so you go through this whole mental breakdown just because you're seeing it in social media stuff, and I don't think that's healthy. I really don't think that's healthy. I feel like you should just like do like a little cleanse from social media from time to time, because it's just so it can be so damaging, and people don't realize that at times. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. Like, I've met like a lot of like awesome people, like some of my best friends in life are from social media. I'm just saying, like, don't spam use it every single day. That's what I'm saying. Just don't spam use it every single day, because, you know, it does affect your mental health in a way that you don't realize until it's too late. Because here's the thing, like, all of us just want validation. Like, it just makes us feel better. Like, having that validation makes you feel better. Like, if I have a video with like 1,000 likes on it, it gives me validation, you know? And I'm not trying to plug that, even though that'd be funny, but it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, that makes me feel good that 1,000 people liked my video. You know, something like that. It makes me feel good. Or if I see like a video of mine have like 100,000 views, it's like, wow, I'm so happy 100,000 views hit the thing, because, like, you know, validation makes you feel good. But if your entire basis for existing is based off external validation, then it will crumble you, and then you'll be in this room like crying like Homelander because people don't like you as much. So just remember that, like, life is short. Enjoy the time you have, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't like not work to be your best. Like, live to be the best you can be. Enjoy your 100 years if you make it that far, and just keep getting after it. But like, putting all your worth into external validation from all these other people, it doesn't matter. It really, they don't matter. The people who care for you are the ones who are going to give you the love and support that you need. And also, for you friends who said that to you, see if they're actually like the type of friends, like, I don't know if you know this or not, but like, there are different like types of people out there that you can talk to. So for instance, there are certain friends that you can be like, oh, they made a joke, and then you can walk up to and be like, hey man, I just didn't appreciate that, bro. Like, I've been working really hard on that in my therapy and stuff like that. And then they should be like, okay, no problem, bro. End of story. But if they like go, oh wow, this is some fucking bullshit and stuff like that, then that is bullshit. And they try to call you soft for it. That is some horseshit too, because every single person on this planet, no matter who you are, if someone has some Professor X, Jean Grey, like telepathy reading, has one thing they're insecure about. And so if you brought up like, oh, something about them, and they were like, why would you say that shit like that? It's just like, oh, just a joke, bro, just chill. It's the same concept, because like, there is a feeling of being too soft. Now, I'm most definitely, there's a thing of being too soft for certain things, like that whole shit with Loki going on, where people are upset with like the self-cessed, and it's just like, it's something that could never happen. Stop being so fucking soft. Like, that is soft right there. That is some stupid ass shit in my book. Like, my god, like, it's a fictional thing of this, like, it's not that big a deal. But like, then there's stuff like this where it's like, no dude, like, I physically feel I don't feel as great. But then of course there's stuff that's just like, yo bro, I just really just chill with that, please. Like, that's literally all you gotta do, just so they can just, say that, and if they keep going for it, then cut them out. I'm sorry, man. Like, that, I learned that lesson so many times in life that, like, there are some people who just do not learn, and it's just like, I'm washing my hands of you, peace. I got people who care about me, do all this stuff, because, there is that difference there. People need to respect it. But then of course there's always just gonna be random bums on social media who just say shit, but like the perfect way to counter this is just read their voice in any of these 4 characters. Fucking entertainment for hours, okay? It is so much fun to just go through and read their like responses in their voices. It's hilarious. But the point of this is, I want you to know you are not alone, Kevin. You are not alone in feeling this way. Work on your building your blocky abs if you want them back for yourself. Know that you are not alone. We have like so many people here to help you like get back on track, and I want you to know that for yourself, my friend, because this is place. And everyone watching this, anyone watching this, your friendly neighborhood JaxBlade believes in you. So it doesn't matter, like I've talked about in several mental health videos before, you don't have to like have this goal. Like, what do you want for yourself? What do you want? Do you want this for yourself? Like, are you trying to look this way because that's what outside society tells you to look like? Or are you trying to look this way because you generally want it, you want those goals for yourself, and you want to feel complimented in yourself for that? All right, that's the mindset I want you to build. All right, that is the mindset I want you to build, and I have faith in you. I have 100% faith in you, so never forget that. But wow, that turned into a little rant at the end. I got a little passionate, but yeah, thank you all for watching this video. Please hit that bell icon and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. I'm only 15K away from 500,000, but I've been working really hard on other videos and doing more stuff outside the box and just doing tough like tunes and what that workouts, because my Ninja Turtle video really took off and I didn't expect it, so I might be trying to do more stuff with that. So for example, I might be doing I'm going to be doing like a series once that new She-Ra comes out. I'm going to be doing a series comparing the He-Mans. That'll be a fun video to work on, so I hope you enjoy that. Again, like Tough Like Tunes isn't going anywhere, it's my baby. With that workout's not going anywhere, it's my baby. But just, you know, I want to keep evolving just so I have like fun with my channel and never get bored with it. But again, thank you all so much. I hope you have a great day. If you made this far in the video, type in "I'm not alone" down below. Let me know who gets going through. And if you have a personal story like this, share it. Share it in the comment section below, because you have no idea how much it helps people seeing that other people are going through issues. So if you ever feel like you have a stress eating problem, or you have a problem with like social media where you keep doing that to yourself and you can't focus properly, leave a comment down below. All right, that is going to just help so many people get their mindset right and straight, and I just want that for you, so you live the best life possible and you keep killing it and crushing it. And I'm so proud of every single one of you watching this video, because you made it this far and you're strong and you're still getting after it. But remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, don't forget Muay Thai. Hope you have a great day. Next video is probably going to be on this Digimon watch, because I've been training my Vmon to get super buff. So see you there. Peace.
I've been through some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory bad enough to get a C. They'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning.